So to begin, we have to look at the key signature, which is 3 flats: B flat, E flat, and A flat. So B flat means low 2s on the G string and low 1s on the A string. It also means low 4 on the E string. And then E flat means low 1 on the D string and low 4 on the E string, low 4 on the A string. And the last flat, A flat, means low 4 on the D string and low 3 on the E string, which is also the same thing as G sharp there. Alright, to begin, you have a lot of notes in repetition, so you start first with the B flat, low 1 on the A string, then low 2 G, repeat that 2 more times, 1 more time for the G, and then low 1 F natural 3 times. So that is the whole first measure. Now onto the second measure, we have low 1 F natural again, and then here is the low 4 E flat on the A string, and then you play this a few times, and then C natural low 2 on the A string. So that is the second measure. Now putting the first and second measure together, it goes like this. Now on to the third measure, you start with the low 2 C again, and then to the low 2 G on the E string. So a tip here is that since you're going from second finger on the A string to its parallel second finger on the E string, you can actually keep your second finger down on both strings at the same time. Just place your finger smack dab right in the middle of those 2 strings, and you can just kind of pivot between the 2 strings depending on what note you're playing. So if you're playing a C, you want to have your elbow, let's see if I can get this in the video, you get your elbow a little bit inwards towards you so that you can reach that C. And then when you're playing the G on the E string, since the E string is on the outer edge of the violin more, you want to move and pivot your elbow out from you. So I'm exaggerating there, but that's kind of a good way to think of it, is just like pivoting from string to string. Alright, so from the third measure, and then low 1 F, and then going onto the fourth measure, F again, then E flat, that's the low 4 on the A string, and then one last F. So that is the whole first line. So putting that all together, it goes like this. And now the second line, measures 5, 6, 7, and 8, are basically the first line repeated again. So I'm just going to skip past that. I'm going to skip to the second half of measure 8. So the second half of measure 8 starts with a E flat. And then now after this E flat, you're moving into Rap Monster's rap part. You have a low 2 on the D string, low 1 E flat, and then E flat again. Now you have low 2 on the G string, and then G, third finger 3 times. F, low 2, again, and then low 1, 2, low 1, and then low 1 again. So putting that together, you have now you repeat that again. Okay, now we are in the second half of measure 13. Low 1 twice, low 2, low 1, and then low 1. And then after the rest you have low 1 again, low 2, and then low 2 on the G string, B flat. So this kind of goes back to the pivoting idea that I put out before. So since you have your second finger on the same, basically in the same position but on 2 different strings, you just want to place your second finger down 1 time and just pivot between the D string and the G string. So you have 3 G's there, and then back to the second finger, low B flat, G again, and then second finger on the D string, and then 3 more times, low 1, low 1 on the A string, 3, 2, and then you have a quarter note G. Hold that out for a little bit, then you're back to the eighth notes. So G, low 2, low 1. Low 1 again on the A string. You can do that pivoting there between the D string B flat and the A string, the D string E flat and the A string B flat. 3, 2, 3 again, 2, 1. Pivot to the B flat, 3, 2, and now we are at measure 19. So I'm just going to play from the pickup to measure 9. I'm just going to play that whole thing again so you can get an idea of what that sounds like. Alright, so now we are at measure 19. You have a lot of repeated G's here, so just remember to always go back to that G. 3 G's, and then third finger on the G string, back to G, third finger on the G string, 2, 1, 1 again, 3, 2, 4 G's, 3 B flats, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2 again on the B flat G string, 3 G's, B flat, 3 G's again, B flat, 3 G's again. So starting from 19, putting that all together, it sounds like this. Alright, so we just finished RM's rap part. Now we are at the pickup to measure 25, which starts with a B flat, which is a low 1 on the A string. And it's a short 8th note pickup. And then G, low 2 on the E string, E flat, and that is a low 4 on the A string. Again, one more time, and then into the D, which is the 3rd finger on the A string. Low 1. So putting that together sounds like this. And then B flat, and then F, E flat, and then D, back to E flat. And that little E flat in there is a 16th note, so try to make that as snappy and as quick as possible. Like that. Now you go to B flat again, and then repeat that little snappy phrase with the E flat. Okay, so putting that together goes like this. Now, going on, we have 8th note B flat, G, E flat, E flat, E flat F, and then E flat again, B flat, F, G, G, hold, 2 more G's, A flat, G. So make sure that A flat is really, really close to your 2nd finger G. You don't want to make it A natural. So make sure you do A flat with the 3rd finger really close to your G. That's correct. And going on, you have low 1 F, F again, low 4 E flat, low 1 F, low 4 E flat, G, and G. And 2 more G's. 8th note G, quarter note G, E flat, low 1 F, and kind of just repeating that thing again a billion times. E flat, G, G, E flat, F. Now a couple more E flats. Going into the low 4 B flat on the E string, 2, 1, and E flat, D, 3rd finger, 1, 3 on the D string, E flat, G, 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 E flat, G, G, E flat, F. The pickup to measure 48, you have A flat 3, and then G, rest, G, A flat, G, F, F, hold, and then short G, rest, rest. Kind of the same thing again. And then F, low 1, 3, B flat, E flat, C, D, E flat. rest, low 1 F, rest, low 4 E flat, rest, and here instead of a B flat we have a B natural, so instead of low 1 there's going to be a natural one, a regular one. And you actually want to play that B natural with your second finger, and you'll see why really soon. And then B natural again, and then low 1 B flat, A flat, low 4 on the D string, and then finally a G. So when you are playing that, when you're going from the B flat to the fourth finger A flat on the D string, you gotta be careful that your fourth finger doesn't end up being too low, because if it's too low then it's gonna sound like a G, but you gotta make sure you reach for the A flat.